We had an early in the day sell-off that hit the daily 3 and pretty much went sideways, stopped right at 9 o'clock. There were just a little bit before 9 o'clock, just flattened out, and we sat there on these threes all afternoon, and um, so it was just really kind of a crappy day if you weren't in on this initial thrust. So you got really 2 bars, 30 minutes of a down move and then flat. So, that's typical of what we were expecting this morning. We did come in and say that there was going to be contraction and it would be limited. So we even gave you the level. We even gave you the 6460 level. And everything worked out according to our analysis this morning. So very good. Got one in the bag today. We will do a comprehensive market overview going into next month and see what we can come up with for our plan for September. But I do think that this high is in. So our 65.1975, that was our monthly 2 held. And what we would like to see now is, are we going to get the 5% at this point, or is it going to go back up? I think that we're going to finally get that 5% pullback. So I talked about that this morning. 65.20, 5%, 326 points. So you're looking at 61.94, 6,200. And that takes us right down here to the bottom end of these monthly ones. For next month. Now this will change. We'll get a new monthly distribution on Monday. Market's going to be closed Monday, at noon. I'll have a half day. I'll go ahead and post some charts for you and do some analysis on Monday of what the new month will be like. But we can project what those point ranges are because we know exactly what we're looking for. So that would be, change this to month, and then change this to month. So looking here, we've got the R ball sitting right at the H fall too. That's very statistical on the upside. So we're looking anywhere from 372. And that 5% sell-off from the current high hit the quarterly levels pretty good. So 65.20. 5% is 326. So that certainly is within the monthly 3 range. So no, we won't even be going outside the monthly 3 range. We'd be going, in fact, just halfway between the 2 and the 3. So the middle of this current range is 63.70. I thought we were going to get closer to that this month, and it didn't happen. But since the market's sort of been holding on these highs, you know, there's always a possibility that we could go higher, but it would make sense to have the September pullback because of the considerations for that VIX, especially, going in over the next 2 weeks into OPEX. The VIX goes up to 19.5 for max pain and then goes back down after that. So over the next 2 weeks, we're going to see a down move unless they go long vol long. That could happen, but most likely it's going to be down move. And so we'll get positioned for that. I think everybody else got positioned for it because they certainly wanted to sell it this morning. There was a lot of pent up demand and they got held up on the daily three. Of course, the banks and the funds don't want to sell everything off immediately the day before the month ends and lose all their profits. So we had a 30% rally from that April low. That is incredible. So it is about time that they had a little bit of a pullback. Look at that. So that would give us a double bottom here from August. And then we could go back up on that double bottom. That sound good to you? Or it can get down here. But all right, we'll figure it out on over the weekend. I'll do some more markets. We'll look at all of the markets and come up with a plan. The weekly looks really good. We'll just take a look at all of the charts and do crude, Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, NASDAQ, SPX, VIX. We'll just do them all. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope y'all have a great long weekend. Get some rest. And I will see you tomorrow. I'll do a nice video for us tomorrow and look at some markets. Talk to you later. Thank you.